A lord of musical theatre has hit something of a buffers, but will his latest project go into the sunset? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Behind me, this is the stage door of one of the most famous theatres in London and also the local to Our Gracious Majesty the Queen. It's the Victoria Palace Theatre in Victoria. Opened at the start of the last century, designed by that wonderful theatrical architect Frank Matcham, thriving today and has that mega smash musical Hamilton, which some royal fans may recall Meghan and Harry came to see here 4 times in a row. They loved it so much. But back as ever to your entertainment story today. Well, as we know, this particular gentleman has ruled musical theatre for over the last, 40 years, starting way back in the late 60s with his Technicolor Dreamcoat. More recently, he smashed box office records here in London with a revamped version of a brand new musical of his called Cinderella. That's at the Gillian Lynn Theatre. But what's interesting to note is one of his mega successes, and some people think actually his best ever musical, Sunset Boulevard, was all set to be turned into a movie. But sadly for Lloyd Webber, it appears that the major studio and certain backers don't necessarily think it's a wonderful idea. Do I? Certainly do. Many fans will know, of course, that that brilliant musical started life way back in 1950, all thanks to the wonderful director Billy Wilder. Now, Billy Wilder, of course, created Sunset Boulevard, which starred Gloria Swanson and, of course, William Holden. But did you know this? Gloria Swanson herself tried to turn it into a musical in the middle 50s. She was a very forward-thinking lady, and knew that this could become a cult film. Everybody knows those quotes, don't they? I'm ready for my close-up. This studio wouldn't be nothing without me, all that sort of stuff. It is a marvellous film, and Lord Webber turned this into a marvellous musical too. Now, as we saw recently, not every musical translates brilliantly. Even Lord Webber himself basically trashed his own version of Cats the Musical, which was turned into a movie starring James Corden, amongst other people, including a brand new song from Taylor Swift. It's odd, isn't it, to think that in this day and age, people don't want to back musical film. But could the reason truly be the fact that some of the people allegedly cast for the major roles include Glen Close? Studio chiefs now are very nervous about backing any particular musical. This is simply because, as ever, as we say on the show, it's all about ticket sales and big bucks. Now, while I think Glen Close is an amazing actress and did brilliantly as Norma Desmond on the stage, would she actually sell major movie theatre tickets? That's the worry, of course, for studio chiefs. Now, for Lloyd Webber, as I often say here also, it's interesting when you have a billionaire musical impresario, it's very rare they want to invest their own money. That comes from theatrical angels, backers, people who put money in. And so far, it doesn't appear that there seems to be that many people interested in turning Sunset Boulevard into a major musical. I, for one, though, hope for Lloyd Webber that this magical dream comes true. After all, he's an amazing composer with very good strong hints of Puccini, but he has created some of the world's best loved and most performed musical theatre ever. Let's not forget he gave us Cats, Phantom and so many more. I'll keep you posted as to whether this sunset will ever rise for Andrew Lloyd Webber. Neil Sean, Victoria Palace Theatre, London.